There are certain vocabulary words that we definitely need to know for basic geometry. First one being coplanar. Coplanar are 2 points that simply lie in what we call the same plane. A plane is a flat surface that extends forever in all directions. So any 2 points that would lie on maybe the flat surface of this paper would always be coplanar. These 3, 4, 5 points are also coplanar. However, they are not colinear. Colinear are any points that lie in a straight line. These 2 points would be colinear because we could draw a single line through them. These 2 points and nearly 3 points would be colinear. So colinear simply means they lie on the same line. 2 lines are parallel if they are, again, in the same plane, but they never cross. They extend forever in the exact same direction. We find out later on that they'll also have the same slope when we talk about lines and graphs. But 2 lines are parallel if they're in the same plane and they never cross. A lot of times we'll put little arrows on them to denote that they are parallel. Perpendicular lines are 2 lines that cross to form 4 right angles. And it is very important that they form a right angle, and we'll put a little box here to denote that that is a right or a 90-degree angle, but all 4 of those angles would be right angles. Midpoint is simply the middle point of a line segment. It must be a segment in order to have a middle. But anytime you have a line segment, the point right in the middle, we call the midpoint, meaning that this distance and this distance would be the exact same length now. The 2 points on the end of a line segment, the next definition is called the endpoints. That's just the point simply on the end of the segment. A segment bisector, the next one. A segment bisector is any ray, segment, or line that cuts another segment in half. So we could actually take and slice this thing in half through its midpoint, and that would be a segment bisector because it cuts that other line segment in half. Next up, perpendicular bisector, very similar to that. A perpendicular bisector would actually cut it in half, but it's very important that it's also, not only does it cut it in half, but it's also perpendicular to that original line segment. And then finally have what's called an angle bisector. And since we've got this drawn here, if I were to take and cut this angle in half, the same way that we cut a segment in half, we have what's called an angle bisector. So that would mean that this angle and this angle would have to be the exact same length. So anything that cuts an angle into 2 completely congruent angles would be known as an angle bisector.